Okay, so on this problem, we're asked to find the centroid of the triangle and identify equations to find the answers. And so we plot the points just to give a good idea of what this looks like. So 3, -3 is A, -1, 1 is B, and then 5, 9 is C. And so our triangle looks like this. And we want to find the centroid. And so the centroid is the point of concurrency of the medians in the triangle. And so what you really need to do is find some midpoints. So you start with the midpoint of AB, which would be, and I just chose that because it looked like a pretty easy one to do. So it's going to be -1 plus 3 over 2. Add the coordinates together, divide by 2. You're just taking the average of them. 1 plus -3 over 2. And that gives you 1 comma -1. And the median is just the line from the vertex to that midpoint. So to find that, you have to find the slope, and you use the 0.59 because that's where you're going from. And so it's going to be 9 minus a -1 over 5 minus 1, which gives you 10 over 4, which is the same as 5 halves. So the equation of this median, it doesn't matter which point you use, 5, 9, or 1, -1. -1 goes in for y, 5 halves is our slope, 1 goes in for x plus b. We're doing y equals mx plus b. Subtract the 5 halves and you get -7 halves. And so y equals 5 halves x minus 7 halves. And then you just do that again. We'll take the midpoint. It doesn't matter which one we choose here. To me, it looks like BC will be a good one to do. So we'll do midpoint of BC. That's going to be -1 plus 5 over 2, and then 1 plus 9 over 2, which gives you 2 comma 5. And so 2 over 5 up, there's your midpoint right there. And then we need to connect that to A, which is 3, -3. So when we find the slope of this median, it's going to be -3 minus 5 over 3 minus 2. That gives you a slope of -8. Use this point, slope -8, and you get 5 equals -8 times x, which is 2, plus b. So b is 21. So your equation for this line is y equals -8x plus 21. There's a third equation you could find by finding the midpoint of AC, but you don't need to because I just said find 2 of them. So you get 5 halves x minus 7 halves. And what you're doing is you're going to plug that in for the y, because what we're trying to do is find the point that makes both of these true, which is the point that solves the system of equation, which is the x and the y that make these true simultaneously. And so we just end up setting them equal to each other. If I multiply through by 2, that gives me 5x minus 7 equals -16x plus 42. So it's going to give me 21x equals 49. Divide both sides by 21, and I get x equals 7/3. So the x coordinate's 7/3. To find the y coordinate, we can just substitute it back in here. And so that's going to give me a -56 over 3 plus 21 over 3, which is just 63 over 3. Because -56 over 3 plus 21. And that also equals 7/3. And so it turns out that our centroid is 7/3 comma 7/3. Our two lines are y equals 5 halves x minus 7 halves, and y equals -8x plus 21. So that's one way to solve this. If you're just trying to find the centroid, there is another way to do it. And it turns out because the centroid is the center of gravity and it's like the midpoint, instead of being the average of the 2 coordinates, it's actually the average of the 3 coordinates. And so the other way you could have found centroid is 3 plus -1 plus 5 all over 3, and -3 plus 1 plus 9 all over 3, which also gives you that 7/3, 7/3. And that is the centroid of this triangle. The formula is a great formula to use when they're used at the end, obviously much faster, but you also need to make sure you always know how to find the equation of the medians as